Back to more Dollhouse. This is episode 5 of season 1, and I'm really liking the show so far. I think there's like some really interesting stuff going on. I'm very intrigued about the whole mystery with Alpha and what he could possibly be. I think it's a he or she. I think they said he, but there's an active out there who's not particularly pleasant, I'm guessing. So there's a whole mystery of that going on that I really enjoyed. And I hope we get some answers about that, or actually like see Alpha at some point. And then last episode we also had like this whole kind of heist kind of thing going on, but then Echo got like remotely wiped by Alpha, which is a very interesting idea that I really, really enjoyed. And I can't wait to see them, explore this whole concept of the Dollhouse and everything further, because I think, the stories they've chosen to like use so far to explore this concept have all been really, really cool. So I'm excited to see that continue and see how things are going to be changed up in this episode. But yeah, I'm really getting a sense of the characters. I'm really liking them. And yeah, I'm very excited to carry on with the show and see what's going to happen next. So let's get into it. What a happy bunch. I don't think this guy's going to be happy.
Excuse you. Are you going to pick that up? Oh, how sweet.
No, because you're an asshole.
Look at me when I talk to you, huh? All right, enough.
I mean, you're causing more of a ruckus in the shop than any of them are, so... Do you know All Star by Smash Mouth? Oh.
I need a true believer. I can't help you. You're the only one.
It's good being undercover if you believe your cover story, I suppose.
I lived.
You don't like Echo, do you, Mr. Dominic?
It's not that I don't like her. Sometimes I worry you do.
It's like he really doesn't like
Your
her.
objections have been noted, thank you, Mr. Dominic.
The sass.
A massage would be relaxing.
If she were any more relaxed, she'd be ooze.
So it's doable? It's experimental. We're going to be turning Echo into a human camera. And in order to do that, she's going to have to be made blind.
Not permanently.
Oh.
We'll be using her eyes as lenses. The images will bypass her
Oh my
own
God.
cortex and be broadcast directly back to the ATF. Echo herself will see no evil.
There have been instances of this technology
That
causing
can't be morally
aneurysms,
right, can it?
And in one case, death. It's possible one good sneeze could bring on a seizure.
Or even worse, a sneezer.
The risks have been determined to be within acceptable
Now is not the
margins.
time for puns.
How soon can she be ready?
And I'm saying that.
I'll need 24 hours.
Because of this talent, and because of who she is, that is what she will do. She will not arrive there.
I mean, she can't really agree to this, can she? So I feel like this is awful. I mean, the whole concept of, like, active is probably kind of morally questionable, isn't it? But the idea of, like, a blind active, though, is very
I admire
interesting.
your courage. You want to become a new person?
More than anything.
Well, good news. I love how they keep doing these, like, in-jokes about
Are we here?
the Dollhouse process.
So,
I have a lot of respect for the actress. Like, every episode is, like, such a big challenge for her. She really steps up. Just accidentally picks his nose. Oh, sorry.
I'd know your face anywhere.
Oh. Isn't it a misconception, though, that you can, like, feel people's faces to get a sense of what they look like? Okay, is this group, like, really wholesome or just, like, cannibals? I feel like it's gonna be one or the other.
Feels nice.
Yes, it does. It feels
Oh.
Anyway, he seemed to be having a kind of man
A
reaction.
response?
A what?
Reaction that a man person might have. It was romantic engagement, but he was wiped.
This is the 8th time he's had that exact imprint. I've cautioned against repeated imprints in the same dolls, haven't I?
I don't know. You put it in one of those
That's an
reports?
interesting idea.
Of course.
We're actually gonna sit down and look for the...
Man reactions. This is Sister Emma.
Well, that's a subplot I was not expecting.
I want you to be truthful with me, okay?
He's not buying it, is he? Well, that was nice. Ah, yeah.
It's an arsenal.
So they don't know that she's actually looking at anything.
Melly, hi.
Wholesome neighbour.
You're fast enough. You're not in a lot of pain, are you?
I'm right, aren't I?
Oh.
Both were written by the same person.
Give me a second.
And no postmark on either
The
one.
plot thickens.
Melly, I mean, this is who she was. Just a girl.
Just a girl
Just
with
a
a
small
potty.
town girl.
Probably should have thought
I
about
need to
that.
see this. Can you roll
He's
it
getting
back?
closer, isn't he? I'm excited.
All sterile, use Naviat Paxos.
Aww. She's rather into him, but he's just not interested, is he?
It ain't oak, but it's on its way to wood.
This guy's got some good lines in this episode. I can't believe they're on Boner Watch, that's hilarious.
These, and you could just take them home.
It only happens when she's there, and it started not long after she arrived. She's the new element that's been introduced to his environment, the catalyst to his physical response.
He
Oh,
likes her.
Yeah.
interesting.
He's about to release the hounds of hell on that compound. Echo's imprint will not have prepared her for this.
Do nothing.
What? If you're worried about a glitch,
No extraction. Authorization denied.
He has a thing about Echo, doesn't he? Does not trust her.
And as I see this place and all of you, through Esther's eyes, her amazing eyes, which see things no one else can, that faith is only strengthened.
You have no idea. Oh. You moron.
Nobody move.
Did you bring them here?
I don't understand.
Oh no. Oh.
It's a miracle. I can see.
We're blind.
Oh, but she's not.
Why does he have guns?
We have to trust them.
Do you though?
she was never your inside man.
So she's just another one of them. Fine. That's how she'll be treated.
Look, you do have someone on the
God, this
inside.
guy's a prick.
Whoever sent up that cry for help, we should try to put a name to that. Then at least maybe we can.
She
form a
wasn't even the one he
strategy.
fucked it up. It was one of his
Are not
guys.
gonna do anything.
Pleasant, Arizona.
Oh God, is he going to see her on the screen?
And firearms surrounded this remote compound. The tensions here are high with the presence of the armed agents. The cult leader was seen moving from one building to another. He's wanted by federal authorities on unspecified charges.
What a coinky-dink.
Under a couple of conditions.
How about these conditions? You stay the hell out of my way, and maybe I don't tell anyone it was you. You knew he sent his people into town once a month. You were waiting. You ginned up tempers, started rumors in the town, created a diversion, and then you wrote that note. That's how you got your warrant. Nobody ever asked to be saved. Not by you.
You son of a bitch.
Meshach and Abednego into the fiery furnace.
Oh God, are they going to burn the place down or something?
Lose your faith, and you will perish. Those flames can't hurt us. They'll protect us. Only the unrighteous will be consumed.
Does he not know how fire works?
Okay.
Ooh, nice. It's interesting, like this, like corrupt cop guy or whoever he is, like set all this up. It's almost like who's worse, him or the guy he's trying to capture.
These people are gonna die from smoke inhalation before the flames.
Will you fucking stop?
If that's what God wants, you pray.
Hope he burns, bastard. Yeah, knock the bastard out. Yes.
Go. He has a message for you. And that message is move your ass. Go.
The flame did not harm them. Because Echo was there.
Our home is gone.
Ooh! Jesus. It's hard when your face tested. Oh fuck. As Journey said, don't stop believing. But I'd probably stop believing at this point. Oh! Well, bye. Is that Boyd or the evil guy? Oh!
Trouble ends here.
What the fuck? What?
Of course, we won't stop until we're sure we found everyone, but the grim fact is we don't think there are any more survivors.
Bitch, please. Perfect timing there, mate. You bastard. You're going down, dickhead.
Thank God.
Just let me talk to them.
I don't do things unofficially. Get a warrant.
A place of safety. A victim must be scrubbed and monitored closely. So tell me, Mr. Dominic, how is Arizona? I understand it's a dry heat. You requisitioned a company jet last night.
Echo has been exhibiting the same signs Alpha did before his composite event. Now, if you're not willing to send her to the attic...
Don't gamble on what I'd be willing to do, Mr. Dominic. Take the stairs.
Savage. I'd quit before taking the stairs. Fuck that.
Can you see okay? I see perfectly.
Oh, does she know? Does she remember? Oh, this show is getting good. Okay, that was a good bloody episode. I keep saying this every time, but I think that's my favourite so far. This is really, I think, next level stuff now. This episode, it really felt like this is what the show is. This is what's going on. We had loads of different plot threads, loads of kind of unexpected twists and turns going on, which I really, really enjoyed. And I feel like we kind of have an idea of like some general like series long arcs now, not just like the whole Alpha thing. So that's very exciting. One thing I will say right from the off, I think the supporting cast was really good in this episode. I think all the performances were really, really strong. Like the main kind of villain guy, not the corrupt cop, the other one, well, both of them were pretty good. Really liked them. And also the guy who played Seth, I think, brother Seth. I just want to shout out his performance because I thought he was really good, especially in the first scene when they were all singing and that guy was like pestering him. I think he did a really good job of like balancing the, oh god, do I stop singing, do I carry on, that kind of panic. I thought he handled that really, really well. So I really liked that. Supporting cast were great. Loved the idea of like an active having to be blind as part of the mission, and the whole believing your cover story thing when you're an active is, you know, very effective in modes like that and missions like that. So I thought that was a really clever idea, a really cool thing to explore with this whole idea of like actives and the Dollhouse and stuff. So I really, really liked that. And I think the whole kind of story about like faith and it being tested was a really interesting theme that ran throughout the whole episode. Not just like the main plot line, like Echo and everyone, but you know, I think his name's Lawrence. He doesn't really have faith in Echo anymore. He's losing faith there. I think Paul's gaining more and more faith in his investigation because of the clues that's coming to light. So yeah, the concept of faith and faith being tested or whatever is very much a theme in this episode that I thought worked really, really well. So I loved all that. Yeah, the corrupt cop guy, aggravating in like the best way, because obviously he was a very good kind of secondary villain, I think, and he didn't get his comeuppance, which is interesting. I don't know if we'll ever see that, but it's nice to know that even if we don't see him again, that Boyd has something over that guy, because he was a prick. But I liked the twist with him being the one who like set the whole thing up so they could investigate this place, which I wasn't expecting, so that was a cool twist. So I loved everything with that, and I loved Boyd like confronting him and stuff. I think Boyd is my favourite character. I think I've mentioned that before, but I'm liking him more and more, and the way he like stormed in and saved Echo and put his like mask on her to protect her from the smoke. wholesome content. I'm really liking like the bond between Echo and Boyd. I also like the idea of like actives being like put in like the same situation or like similar kind of missions again and again. It would kind of like affect their behaviour, or the idea of it. As I can't remember the name of like the doctory lady, Amy Acker, her character. You know, she was saying she was like against the idea of actives being put on too many similar missions because that might affect them. Obviously that didn't actually seem to be the case as to why Victor was being stimulated, shall we say. It seems something to do with Sierra, so that was a really interesting kind of plot line, and that's obviously going to carry on, so I'm very excited to see where they go with that, and the relationship between Victor and Sierra, if there even is one, exactly like why all that's happening, and because there seems to be a lot of actives kind of going against the status quo. I was about to say status quo, but I'm not, you know, that's some High School Musical. We say status here. But yeah, I'm very excited to see where they go with that plotline. That was kind of an interesting subplot in this episode. And I thought, I really liked Topher and Amy Acker's character interacting. They bounced off each other really well in this episode, and Topher had a lot of really funny lines, which I appreciated. So that was cool, the way they handled that whole situation, and I can't wait to see where they go with that subplot. That's interesting. They are finding some really kind of unique subplots to explore the idea of the active and breaking the mould of what an active is. It's really cool. And yeah, Lawrence, his story, obviously going against Echo. I was not expecting him to actually show up at that place and like try and leave Echo for dead, basically, which is pretty dark. And how Adele kind of knew what he was doing at the end of the episode and being really sassy to him. That was hilarious. So I'm excited to see what they go with that. And the ending scene, Echo seemed to sense or remember that something wasn't quite right with Lawrence. So that's exciting. Can't wait to see what they go with that. Very interesting. And then Paul and his investigation gaining a bit more momentum. Obviously it's a bit of a coincidence that he happened to see her on the news report and stuff and put two and two together, but I'm very excited about that. Hopefully he'll like find the dollhouse or whatever. I'm not sure why, but yeah, because it'll probably be catastrophic if he does find it, but I'm just excited for him to do that if he does. And like the mystery of who's sending him like these things and the same handwriting and everything. I'm very eager to find out more about that. His neighbour, I think her name's Millie, she's wholesome, she's a cinnamon roll, I love her. It seems kind of unrequited crush though, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I liked Paul's kind of story in this episode as well, and I feel like he's getting closer and closer to having some solid leads to go on, so I'm excited to see where his story's going to go. Because obviously he feels kind of, with, you know, the exception of when Victor's kind of with him, he feels very separate from like everything else that's going on. So I'm excited to see if all these stories are going to merge at some point near the end of the season. But yeah, I feel like this episode set up a lot of interesting things for the rest of the season. Some great character moments, very, very interesting plots, a really clever exploration of like the blind active. They really have some very inventive ideas on this show. So I'm really excited to carry on with the season, but I think this is definitely the strongest episode so far. This got me like really, really eager to carry on and watch more. So yeah, love this episode, really, really good, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. But until next time, thanks for watching.